Hey everybody, where you at? I'm right here. I'm right here in a house. Good morning. Hello. Oh, you know what? I boiled some water and I didn't make any coffee. Can we make a coffee? Let's get a coffee. I'm at my friend Randy's house, and he's got a very nice house and had a couple of spare rooms, and he has told me that I'm more than welcome to stay here as long as I need to get things going on the trike. And thank God I'm here, because I needed a place to hang out while my trike gets repaired, which is weird because it really just finished fairly. Remember when HP sent me a bunch of stuff? Sent me a bunch of stuff a while back. I thought I was done with repairs and whatnot, but it looks like we have some more things to do. So I actually laid out the trike here. That's kind of a neat screenshot. I laid out all the trikes. Every single component on this table is something I could talk about. So I invited some trike people here, actually. I put out a message prior to doing this stream to my recumbent trike group. Anybody here from my recumbent trike group? If you're from my recumbent trike group on Facebook, let's say hello, say hello. All right, we'll start with some of the housekeeping stuff. So you saw the Bridge Over the River Kwai video. That's the last video I actually produced. It was, I think it came out pretty good. It was talking about the movie The Bridge Over the River Kwai, if you hadn't seen it, and the fact that me and my dad watched that movie when I was a kid and when my dad was alive. And the song, that song would go through my head anytime I thought about that movie, because that was what the British soldiers sang when they were in the Japanese POW camps. Anyways, I went to Kanchanaburi, which is where the bridge that's kind of the movie is based on is. And it's kind of funny, there's a couple of things I left out from that video. One, the bridge in the movie was actually in Sri Lanka. So the site for that movie was made in Sri Lanka, but the bridge is here in Kanchanaburi. So that's one. Two, what was I gonna say? I don't know. Two is gone. Slipped out of my mind as I was talking about Shangri-La, and actually point two was the more important of the points I wanted to talk about. I have a problem with my brain. Anyways, yeah, it's very, very, very cool. Oh, there is the Colonel Nicholson who was the movie was about. There's actually a lieutenant colonel that was sort of loosely based on that character, but there was no helping to build the bridge. Actually, he was organizing attempts to sabotage the bridge during its construction. But yeah, Hollywood, you know. Diane, I hope your mouth is better. You can see right there. That's where I got an injection. For those of you that don't know, yesterday I went to the hospital and I got a rabies and a tetanus and a hemoglobulin. Hemoglobulin, they actually shot directly into my gums, which is not cool. Anyways, there's 3 dogs here at my friend's house, and 2 of them are rescues, actually. 2 of them he brought in from the streets here a while back, and they are very thankful that they were rescued from the streets. Apparently, as puppies, they were rough shape. The hemoglobulin shot is a rabies thing. It's meant for if you have a flesh on flesh, like in the face and the neck, anything that's like really has the potential to be a fast infection or possibilities of rabies. these dogs are caught up with their shots, so I'm not really worried. I talked to the owner last night. He's like, I can't believe you went and got those shots. These dogs are really well taken, you know, really well up on their stuffs. And Spuds McKenzie bit me. Yeah, so, but, you know, mouth to mouth, basically, I opened this door. I woke up in the morning, I opened this door, I let him out. And actually, that's one of the strays. It's a little bit, there we go. That's a good, the two strays are really, really nice dogs. And Spuds is a good dog too, but he's a bit too excited, and his depth perception is off, because I let the dogs out and I leaned over to pet them, and he jumps up, like to lick me, but he jumped up and his nose went into my face and his teeth jabbed into my mouth, so. It was a bite without the intention, I guess, you know. Anyways, I was bleeding, and it was blood on blood, you know, or blood on tooth contact. I didn't really care about it too much until later in the day when I told Annie, and Annie was like, you gotta get injections. So I went to Bangkok Hospital, and now I had the first injection. The rabies or the tetanus, one of them goes out all the way 7 months ahead. So I have to find hospitals and get injections for the next 7 months. It's a big pain in the ass, but blood on spit. My mouth was closed, Diane. The dog just went in, and he jammed into my mouth. He'd done the same thing a few days ago. He bit me on my shoulder. I'm not telling, my friend it wasn't bites, he just jumps really hard. And his face hits me, and I don't know, maybe he's smiling. He's like, ah! But anyways, he's kind of a goofy dog. Anyways, all is well, I'm okay. I feel fine, and there's no way that it could have been anything too quick. You know, for me, oh, we got 82 people here. Maybe a lot of those recumbent trike people waiting for me to talk about this, and they're like, why are you talking about that dog? I see a new hat. Yeah, I got this hat embroidered. I still wanted it down lower. I wanted it right here, but it's way up here. A few of you had said I need a bigger hat, but I like to have these hats tight, because when I ride and the wind hits it, it won't fly off my head. I also have this hat. This is my traveling hat. Talk fish tanks. There's no fish tank. There's some goldfish outside in a pond. This is my, is there going to be a podcast today? Hold on. So this is my hat, my cap. I really like it. I bought it at REI. It folds out, and it gives me a brimmed hat that I can like walk around with. And so I went, the brim, Mark Zimmerman. It says you need the brim. It's where you put it on your hat, on your helmet, and it's a big brim, but the brim is enormous. It's almost like you got an umbrella on your head. Anyways, I put the Jayoe logo here. So now it's official. Hey, Mark, bike packing, how's it going? You ought to sell you know how much this hat cost me? Not only was the hat, I bought it a fairly premium in REI, but the embroidery was, I had to stitch the, no. I sell some hats on my website, jayoe.com, just not that one. For now, I'll wear the green one. So, yeah, Bridge Over the River Kwai was a good, oh, okay, I know what the other thing was. I'll teach you, what would David Attenborough say? Morning comes in Hua Hin. The dogs barking, need to get out, so I approached the door, opened the door, and then there was an attack. Not a great attack, but enough to draw blood. Off to the hospital I go. Okay, not perfect, but okay. Okay, so, yeah. So the Bridge over the River Kwai. Why has David got a Jap? That's Japanese. Here we go, outside. That's outside, maybe a little bit quicker. That's like a British, that was definitely a British, a little bit quicker. Anyways, that was maybe South African. maybe a little bit South African, like this, you know, going out a little bit quicker. The dogs out there, they bite you hard, man. Sorry. Anyways, the bridge over the River Kwai. They made this movie and everything about this bridge, but it wasn't the Kwai Bridge. It actually wasn't even named the bridge over the river. It wasn't Kwai, it was Kwa. Kwae. Kwa. I don't know. I should have done that in the video. I really wanted to talk about the comparison with Colonel Nicholson and the real life guy. That the film was made in Singapore, and that the river was not the Kwai, it was the Kwa, and that they renamed the river. Actually, it wasn't named the Kwai. It was another name. They renamed the whole river so that it would match up with the bridge, because they wanted it. They knew that the bridge was this bridge that they were talking about that had the relevance to the kind of the loose story in Hollywood, and so they renamed the bridge and the river. So the bridge over the River Kwai that you go to was not the original name of it. Anyways, if you want to see that video, go onto my YouTube channel and check it out. I liked it. Bruce Attenborough. I'm butchering that. My accent's butchering it. Anyways, all right, let's get into it. I have been here for almost a week, maybe more. This is a very comfortable place. My friend has, like I said, allowed me to hang here as long as I don't mess up the place. And I'm kind of watching his dogs when they're kind of hurting me. Oh, I whistled the song earlier, Mark. Hey, Tice is here. Tice, actually, if you watch some of my... Tice, were you in it? You weren't in a vlog episode. We didn't record anything, did we? We did some podcasts, though. Let me promote my podcast real quick, then we will get into the trike and repairs. If you guys want to hear daily stuff about my journey, about what I'm doing, about who I'm meeting, more in-depth stuff, then you should go to my Patreon. It's Patreon/Jayoe, or go below. There's a link below. If you go there and you throw me $1 a month, just $1 a month, 25 cents a week, it helps me out a lot on the tour, and you get access to my basically daily audio podcast. Every day I record about a 10-minute podcast. Whether anytime I find time to like sit down and so maybe something happens, maybe I'm just before bed or whatever, I'll record what I did and some of the relevance of what happened. It's a lot quicker than making a daily video for me. It affords me time to focus on other things, and it's kind of cool to give something to the people that have helped me out a little bit more than others. And you can even throw me too. There's a bunch of levels. If you go up, you can help me out, and it does help out a lot, and I really do appreciate it. And it's kind of nice because the patrons that do help me out with some sort of monetary thing, they get something a little bit unique and special. And I talk about stuff that you might never ever hear about. Me and Tice, as a matter of fact, we sat down and we have a few podcasts. We did one where we were talking. I just met Tice for the first time face to face. We met in Bangkok, and then there's another one where we went to the red light district, and where all the hookers and prostitutes and dancers and stuff are in Bangkok, and transvestites and ladyboys and all sorts of stuff. And we went into one of the clubs, and the music was blaring. And I just wanted to introduce Tice to something that was kind of a strange Bangkok thing. We kind of shared that experience. It was fun. It was fun. But yeah, all sorts of stuff like that will be not necessarily viewable on the channel. But yeah, ladyboys. There's a lot of ladyboys here. Lots of ladyboys. Lots of ladyboys. Anyways, everywhere in Thailand, lots of ladyboys. They're pretty though. They're pretty. They're pretty. They're pretty. So, anyways, yeah. So join my Patreon if you want some access to that. Yeah. Bangkok is famous for that area. Yeah, check it out. Otherwise, I've been really busy with channel stuff. I have I created a new channel for all of my hostile territory stuff. So, oh, Mark wants to hear what's up with the tiger duck. Let me go over the tiger duck then. We're gonna make this live stream a little bit more cycling related. So I'll try and make it fun for those of you that might not be so interested in the trike, but I think most of you are probably pretty interested in the trike. Let me, before I do, what do you guys think about, I get involved in things, and when I dig into something, everything else disappears. That's kind of why I like the audio podcast, because when I do the audio podcast, I can kind of like think about, just it's very easy for me to do, but like editing a video requires a lot of different things. I wanted to record a video a few days ago on Friday about my video stuff that I carry, because I do carry, I have a new kit now, and let me show it to you. Okay, I'll flip this around. I'll flip this around. Yeah, this is my new kit, huh? Isn't this pretty cool, right? So I've got this is pretty much what I'll be using to record on the road for all of my videos now. I have audio now. I've got these. This is called a Rode Wireless Go. Basically, one of these goes on the camera, and then another one, this one, that's a little microphone there, that can clip onto me. And when that clips onto me, I can walk away from the camera quite a distance, and it will still communicate audio with the camera. Well, Patrick, they're on the on my Patreon, so you can still hear. I think they're as good, if not as good as if not as good as my original podcast. And they're regular, they're every day. Anyways, so yeah, now I can get audio. What this will enable me to do is get clips where I'm walking, I'm like really far away from the camera. So the camera's here. I can kind of walk around the camera and be far away from it and get kind of interesting shots and still get really, really good audio. So and it's small. I used to have wireless transmitters, and each one of these was the size of this camera. You know, one of them attached to the top of the camera. It was really, really crazy. So this will enable me to do a lot of stuff from the road. I have this as well. This is my Osmo Pocket. And the Osmo Pocket it might be obsolete. I might get rid of it because the GoPro Hero 8 is very, very stable. The only thing that I really like about this is, check this out, guys. So if you can see the screen, you see the screen, how it has a 1 and a 2? Basically, I can turn the camera all the way to this side and then turn it down. Let me tap that. And I can hit tap, right? So that 1 is now logged in. Now I can turn it all the way to the other side and then turn it up a little bit, and I can tap it again. Oh, focusing failed. And then tap it again, and it gives me a 2. Now, when I hit record, watch the camera. It will record a time lapse from this position to that position over the period of 5 minutes, or you could set whatever you want. So it will snap a picture, snap a picture, snap a picture, but many, and it will make a video clip that will be, oh wow, somebody gave me a super chat. Who is that? Ronnie, thank you, man, so cool. Thank you, the Jayoe website, Jayoe.com. I've been working really hard on it. I think it came out really nice. Anyways, you can see this is slowly making a time lapse. Now, imagine what I could do with this with a time lapse over the period of a few hours in a beautiful valley, or me, traffic or whatever. The only way I couldn't get this shot any other way with any of this other stuff. So this is that. Otherwise, this can do time lapses, but it's a fixed position. I can't really move it around. So the only way I could get like a time lapse that moves is with this camera. So that's what I think I'll be using this one mostly for. It won't be for my my extended rides anymore. It'll only be for this kind of side-to-side time-lapse shot. So I'm gonna stop this one, so, okay. So that's what that's for. It's a pretty light camera, so it's not really gonna take a lot out of the tour or be so difficult to carry, but I think that it will pay off in a few really, really awesome shots. This was my old camera, the Canon G7X Mark II. I will still carry this camera. This will be my backup. And actually, I will probably film the video of these items with this camera. I think I'll just use it as my backup. So that will be cool. The primary camera for all my videos now will be this. This is the Canon G7X Mark III. It has this bracket on the bottom that I designed so that I could use either I'll show you. I can either use that microphone here. Did you guys hear the audio from my Kanchanaburi, my Bridge Over the River Kwai video? That was so awesome because it was so windy. So windy. I mean, it was like in my ears. And with this, I didn't hear anything. So if you're cycling and you're doing a vlog or you're moving vlog, holy shit, this is amazing. Anyways, if I do want to do a talk with my wireless mic, I can use that as well. So both of those can be connected at any time. All I have to do to switch is just pull that off of this one, and where is it? Plug it in to that one, and then I'm good to go. So very, very easy. Oh, very, very easy. I'm looking half at your comments, but I'm also trying to finish this little segment. When I do, we'll talk, and then we'll talk about the trike. So yeah, this is very cool. I'm very excited about this. Next is the GoPro Hero 8, which I bought a couple of days ago. This has an amazing thing, amazing stable process where it takes the footage and it just, I mean, you can move the camera like this, really, and it will be totally smooth. So this will be my new riding video camera. So if I'm not interested in getting audio, like I'm not talking to the camera or anything, and I just want some pretty shots, this will be my camera for that. It can go underwater, so it'll be my swimming camera as well. So that's what this camera will be for. I just bought it, and it's got this really nifty necklace that I could like anytime I leave the house, I can just throw this over my shoulder and or over my neck, and I'll have a camera for anything. Then we have this bad boy. This is Canon or is a GoPro Hero GoPro Max 3D, and I've been playing with this, and I'm really excited about it. It only has one drawback, well, two maybe. Battery life gets sucked down pretty quick is one, but I think that's okay. Two is that when the camera tries to stitch together this and this, basically it's taking a video of 360 degrees, like it's in a ball. You can see everything, but you can't see what's in this seam. And that's one of the reasons that you can actually cut out this and stuff. So you can actually see a Tice. There's a story behind this tripod mount. This is an aluminum GoPro mount, the only one in Thailand. Tice found it for me. Anyways, this will do 360-degree videos when I'm cycling in some of the most beautiful places in the world. And yeah, you'll be able to see everything that I see and everything I don't see. So like, when I'm cycling around and I'm going down the hill, I'm looking forward, but using this camera, this is recording behind me, to this side, to this side, to this side, straight up, straight down. And so you'll be able to turn the camera and look around me as I cycle around this wherever I'm cycling. So I am really excited about it. I think it's gonna be very cool. All right, let's flip back first. So that's my new kit, as well as this camera, which is the iPhone X. So yeah, that's pretty cool, right? Any comments or thoughts about these cameras? Let me thumb through the comments. Excited about 360, me too, Big. Hey, Tice, affiliated member, are you still oh, yeah, I'm not finished. Hold on, where is she? Yeah. And of course I have my Mavic Air. How could I have forgotten that? Yeah, so. Yeah, so that's it. But the 360 I'm excited about working on. Actually, this house, my friend wants to rent. And he's like, hey, Matt, could you take some nice pictures while you're here? I've been checking into some things, and it's not too hard to actually do a 360-degree tour, like a home tour. Basically, you take a picture, boom, 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 every 3 feet or so, or a couple of meters even, a couple of body lengths, boom, boom, boom. Oh, thank you, YouTube Reefer, thanks for that. And you can actually create a move. You ever seen that where you're going into a place and you can like Google Maps style, where you can like move down the street? Well, I can do that with this house and my 360-degree camera. It's pretty cool. So I'm thinking about doing that for him, just as practice for me on my 360-degree camera, and something cool that I can give him because he's helped me out a lot with the ability to stay at his house. Okay, that would be a great idea. Mavic Mini is limited to 2.7K. Listen, Shuriel, I don't need a Mavic, or whoever was asking about that, I don't really need a Mavic Mini. My GoPro Hero, or my Mavic Air works fine. If it was to crap out, maybe I would think about switching to the Mini. But I do like having 4K drone footage. It allows me to really expand on and have good quality drone footage. And I don't care about that weight restriction until I get to the West anyways. And most likely, knowing me and gear, I'll probably have gone through a couple of drones by that time anyways. So I'm gonna stick with these guys until it gets taken from me at customs or something and I'm forced to get a new drone. Then maybe I'll think. Moving time lapses are really cool. Yes, I'm in the time lapse features on those GoPros are great. So the watcher can choose the 360 angle to watch, or is it done post-production by you? Every which way but lost, there's 2 things you can do with that 360 footage. You can take the entire environment and choose which screen to view, and then publish that as a video that's stuck, right? Or you can upload an entire 360-degree video to YouTube using the entire 360-degree environment. And you, as a viewer, can turn the camera any way you want while I'm videoing. So if you want to look at my face while I'm talking, you can do that. If you want to move off of my face and look at the terrain that's going off by the side, you can see that. If you want to look behind me, you could do that. It's pretty awesome and intuitive. So I uploaded a small little test clip, and it came out really nice. Yeah, Neil Guiri, yeah, you can do that too. Ever consider getting a body cam? You mean like a 24-hour body cam? I was thinking about getting a driving cam that would hook to the trike, and it'd just be like a 24-hour camera on the trike, but I haven't yet. Let's see here. Let me go back. Good Lord, I'm excited. 360-degree video. So yeah, real quick. So this tripod mount. When I bought this 360-degree camera, I didn't have the tripod mount, and I don't like those brackets that GoPro gives you. I like to attach it to a tripod, and I couldn't find one of these little brackets. So we went to the market, electronics market. We looked everywhere. Me and Tice were going up and down aisles, looking. In our last store, we walked in there, and Tice was like, "We might be looking for this," and it was this aluminum. Not plastic, this is aluminum. I had actually been thinking I needed an aluminum one, but I was like, there's no way I'm gonna find it in Thailand, or in this place in Thailand. Do you use solar charging? I have some solar panels that I was hooked up with by Mark from Bike Packing. Thanks, Mark. And I haven't used them once. I have battery backups here that are pretty strong, and 20,000 milliamps. It's pretty good. Yeah, Tice was like, we better give up. We're not gonna find that. And then we went to the next store. What's your editing rig? Sean? My editing rig? You mean, what do I edit with? MacBook Pro of 2017 or something. This is pretty good. How about a 360-degree stream? I don't know, can you stream in 360 degrees? How's your workflow with your new tech? I don't know, I gotta get back on the road and actually start using it as my traveling setup. But all of that stuff is so small, it can all fit in my side bag, which is perfect. Hey bud, when are you gonna be back on the road? Question, Hollyfinger. Okay. Are we done with the video stuff? Are we done with that? Can I move on to the trike? I'll go back into some of these comments a little later, but I know there's he got a Tribble on his camera. Tribble! Oh, I know that Star Trek reference, right? Tribble? Weren't those the Star Trek things? And Ronnie, again, thank you very much for that. If you gave me 20 bucks, and I really do appreciate that. He gave me a super chat, and the website is pretty awesome. I do have to admit. Okay. So I'm not going to go any farther in the comments. We are just going to continue on. Trike is ready. Let's go to the trikes. If you remove politics, we'd all be friends. Well, you know, my politics is out of everything except my personal. I posted one personal thing on my personal Facebook, and somebody, there was a lot of discussion, let's just say. Dude, I missed those days watching your videos while I was studying for my finals. How'd you do on the finals? Did I distract you? Did I end up ruining your final experience? Hopefully I didn't. Okay, so if you guys remember the trike, when was that? That was me going to Sapa in northern Vietnam. I got a package from HP Velatechnic, and they sent me a headrest, but it was the wrong headrest. Fenders, which these fenders for the trike. What else? Some chain stuff and some gears and cogs for the roll-off speed hub. Hey, Cody Orgel here. Where are you, buddy? Where are you cycling? Tell us what you're up to with a quick little post. Never complain about your posts on your personal page, right? You shouldn't. So if they aren't what you want to hear, then you know what? You got to understand other people are out there with other opinions. Sometimes I think one of the problems is that everybody's so staunchly on one side or the other that they don't even allow in other opinions from other people. And I think I have a pretty valuable opinion, but I do. But I think everybody has an opinion, and I'm this isn't so political, but I'm not a huge Trump supporter, not at all. But I do have some friends in Michigan who are for other reasons, and we would sit down and have a long talk. And some of the things he said I would take into my mind, and some of the things I said he'd take into his mind. So, that's why it's important because we both walked away better for it. So, yeah, anyways. Hi from Georgia. Hey, Eric. I saw you had 4,900 friends, so I assumed it was. Oh, you know what? Anybody that wants to add me as personal friends on my personal Facebook and I haven't added you, it's nothing personal. I'm so close to that 5,000 friend limit. Once I hit 5,000 friends, I don't have any more capability to add any more friends. And I have to leave a certain amount open for, if like a cycling magazine or a sponsor or somebody that I need to do some sort of like cooperative thing with, then I want to be able to add them so that they can kind of have access to me, but it's no hard feelings. I have like about 200 ad requests waiting, and I don't know what to do. What I was thinking about doing is making a video and saying, hey guys, I know that you've added me as a friend and I really do appreciate it, but blah, 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 and kind of talk and then send that link out to everybody because I just can't explain it in any way that doesn't make me sound like an asshole. Because I feel bad. Somebody wants to be my friend and I don't answer. So anyways, anybody waiting, that's why. It's not anything personal. No, thanks, Alejandro. Alejandro. I'm always bad with that, like J.A. Alejandro. Bad. Somebody just added me as a friend. Sorry, I just got your headrest from T-Cycles. Very cool, Mark. Do you like it? Yeah. Larry Nancy, somebody just followed me on Facebook. I just got a notification. So following me, as many people can follow as possible. And I don't keep anything private on my Facebook. Everything's pretty open. So you're free to follow me. It's probably the same as being a friend. Enjoyed your bridge over the River Kwai video. Very gallant stuff. Thank you, David. Appreciate it. David England Videography. Thank you. Okay, so back to the trike. So anyways, we got a bunch of trike stuff while I was in northern Vietnam. I replaced some things on the roll-off speed hub. I can show you actually. Let's turn this sucker around. Let's get a little bit more focused on the trike. So this is the way I have the trike set up right now. It is very dirty. Actually, I need to wash it. It's a mess. Anyways, this is the shifting component for the roll-off speed hub. That's a roll-off speed hub there. If you come to the other side, you'll see this is the chain tensioner. So this keeps the chain taut. One of the things about a trike is that your chain travels a long distance, goes all the way down around the chain ring, and then it goes all the way back under the seat over this chain guide. This basically guides the chain to make sure it doesn't, first of all, it keeps it down and then keeps it from going, we all need to get together and have a Jayoe Nation gathering. That sounds good, affiliated. And then it comes back. Now, there's a gear here. If you can see it, you can see one tooth of it. See the teeth? That was sheared on my last setup because I hadn't changed the chain enough. And so the entire system was crappy. I changed the chain. After I changed the chain, this thing was slipping. It was just a big pain in the butt. So anyways, that was a long time ago. But now, what I was doing, I'll give you the play-by-play. So this is my suspension here. It goes in these tubes. And then it connects to the lower control arm. And it connects to my turning controls. So when this is a shock, actually. When this goes in to this assembly here, the tire comes off of this clamp, and then the turning connects here, and then the support strut connects there. And this shock will go up and down and provide my suspension. This spring actually goes inside here with a few other things, obviously. And so let me tell you the reason that I tore this down. Yeah, and all you did was tell me I needed to change the chain. I opened up a big can of worms. This actually is the same story. This opened up a big can of worms as well, but a can of worms that needed to be opened. So the first thing that I noticed was that I had these boots. These boots sat here, and basically they protected the assembly. Basically, this brass-coated part right here, the boot would go inside there, actually like this way, would go inside there and protect all of this inner assembly. I mean, it would wrap around about here. So I was cycling, and So I was cycling. Hey, dumbars, LOL, how are you? I'm good. I don't want to respond to that. I respond to that basically admitting that I'm a dumbars. So, so these boots, these are, these were in my purview. I see them all the time. When I sit in the chair, I can see these boots. And I looked at them once while I was in Vietnam after I had gotten that shipment from HP, and I was like, they're cracked. They're like cracked. Both of them were dry, and this one's pretty bad. Opened up pretty bad. So I called HP and I said, hey guys, looks like the protective boots are cracked, and it might be letting moisture into my inner assemblies and the shock mounts. And they said, well, that's not great. And so they said, we'll send you out some new ones. It doesn't seem like that big of a deal yet, so maybe it could be a problem. Let's see what we can do. So they sent some parts, and I was able to pick them up on my last trip back to the USA and then come back to China. And HP Velotech has been pretty good with that. And oh, Mark. Okay, that was you, Mark. Okay, Mark just sent me a person, Mark. There was no offense there with dumbars. I don't take offense to anything anybody says, unless it's like something against Eva or something. Anyways, my strut on this, so I disassembled the struts. The one over here wasn't so bad. The spring was in pretty decent shape. It was coated with some grease still, so it hadn't let any of the moisture that had come in. I will tell you that when I pulled the strut out, water, like a lot of water came down, and like a deluge of water came out. So there's a whole bunch of water hiding in this frame. The frame does have some like exhaust holes, but I don't know how it was had so much water in it. And this side though was a bit different. You can see here, you see the silver? Yeah, it's hard to see. It's not focusing. You see the silver? That silver is worn through the brass. So whose kitchen table? This is my friend Randy. It's okay. The Trike has these rubber legs on it, so it's good. It's good. So anyways, this was filling up with water, and so I pulled off this side, and this is very clean. I cleaned this a lot. Like it was pretty rough, and the grease was black. But then if you can, I think it's impossible to see down into the interior of the tube. Basically, I'll show you. Basically, in the bottom of that tube, on the other side, you have this little racer. It's basically a little bearing. And that's like super small, you know, super tiny. And there's this washer, right? And that was on that side. On this side, the washer came out, and this has been a washer that was soaked in vinegar for 24 hours. It's still black. And this thing was completely disintegrated. Actually, it's still in there. Let's see if I don't think I can get any light down in there, but yeah, if you could see in there, you would see that it's basically all rust. Water had gotten down in there. Apparently, the grease wasn't enough to fight against it, and I mean, it's literally, I can't get it out. It's totally stuck in there, and it's full of rust. So I showed that to HP, and HP said, that doesn't look good. Looks like it's about time to change it. And so, And so they said, we'll send you a new front shock mount assembly for the left and the right. So I use marine grease in my Shrek. That's good. Actually, I was thinking about that. I have this grease. This grease from a bike shop. I grabbed it. I said, can I have some of this grease? I think it's right. And then I have this white lube that I planned to use on the outside of this. So I was going to repair these by myself, and so I had bought all this stuff and gotten it ready. But I think HP is going to send me these like completely perfect. How old are these shocks? These shocks are, I guess they're not too old. They're maybe 4 or 5 years, maybe 20,000 kilometers, but hard kilometers. And how long is the stream gonna be? I don't know, as long as it takes for me to finish talking about the trike and not get sidetracked. But they've never been serviced, you know, so, you know, I think it's about time. I'm not saying that they're, German engineering, they do pretty good stuff. So, anyways, they told me that they're gonna send me these front shock mount assemblies. Yeah, actually, I'd bought a wire brush. I had soaked these. This was actually coated in rust, and so I actually soaked it in vinegar. Vinegar worked great overnight, and I scraped it off, got it pretty clean. These were the inserts, these foam inserts. These were all splitting and stuff. These things were pretty ragged compared to what they should have been. Oh, okay, Big. Yeah, you can watch it later, I think. I'm just going to go over a bunch of the stuff here. So they told me to change these struts. They're going to send those to me. And then I was like, you know, if you're going to send me those, you might want to send me some other stuff. Because I have a bent, what is this called? A rear wheel, what is it, axle lock? Like an axle lock. I did switch out the brakes. Skew, is that what it's called? Skew? Yeah, so I need a new skew. I was swapping out my brakes, and as I was swapping out my brakes, there's all of these components, like these extra components that help the cable move, because there's a lot of like cables that come off the bottom of the trike, and then they make almost a 90-degree turn. And if you try to make a 90-degree turn in the cable housing, I think you'll end up kinking it. So there's all these things. But the problem is that these things were getting totally corroded. I mean, I couldn't even get, this is supposed to pop out of this one, and this is stuck. So I said, hey, can you send me a few of these? And hey, can you send me one of these? And I said, hey, can you send me one of these shifters? Because this one's pretty corroded, and actually, I'll show you. If you take the innards out, I'll show you. If you take the innards out, it's just a little bit rough, and having a new one that's greased up might be good. And you can see, like, I don't know what that is. Is that dried lube or whatnot? Actually, this whole thing started because this bottom bracket had cracked. So I actually ordered this bottom bracket to replace because my shifter didn't work. When Tice was going to ride the trike, he was, wow, we're going back in time here. I didn't even remember that this was the beginning of all my problems. Yeah, this piece here was cracked, and this is what grabs onto the bike frame and allows you to shift. And that was cracked, so I ordered a new one. And in doing that, I kind of looked at a bunch of other stuff and kind of opened a can of worms. And then when I tried to change these boots, it was just like, I'm gonna call HP and see what else I can do. I have a new brake assembly. This is brand new. The old one, I already threw it away, but it was rusted, and all of these components inside were pretty bad. This is the gearbox that actually goes over the roll-off gearbox here and activates the gear. And I was just gonna reuse it, but I started looking at the threads, and if you look, you can see that they're pretty scored up there. And basically, your shifting cable goes into, this is not the same cable, but you can see it goes into those grooves, and then this will go click, 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 and so it's got teeth to it too. You can actually feel it when you rub your finger over it. So we're gonna get a new one of those. So this is a little bit technical because when you have it on this section here, you have to wrap the cables around in a special way. Not too bad, but I figured it would probably be important to get this replaced. So yeah, so HP is gonna send me this whole housing kit here. They're gonna send me a couple of these. These are really nice, actually. They're cable straps that go onto the frame and allow you to like tie down the two shifting cables there. So we're gonna get that too. What else? Anything else? I have a laptop here that's gonna show me everything I got. Gearbox assembly, cable ties, screw holder, cable hardware, rear tire locking bar. So that was the skew you were talking. Chain. Oh, okay. Rear tail light. This is kind of a stupid thing, but this is my rear tail light, and they use these really, really small connectors, and I don't know, I think I've ruined the entire rear tail light. I'm gonna have to have them maybe send me a brand new rear tail light, because yeah. All right, Mr. Big, take it easy, buddy. Thank you for being here. I'm sorry if this is boring, but it's kind of nice for me to go over everything. Anyways, so the other thing that I'm getting from HP is a new set of tubes. So these guide tubes keep the chain from being exposed as it runs underneath the trike. And I'm gonna get these replaced. The reason being is that I think as the chain travels through these tubes, there's a lot of resistance. Like, okay, so this is me pedaling forward. So obviously you're gonna have resistance because you're actually pushing against the gear assembly in the rear end, and you're spinning that tire. But when I pedal forwards, there is a lot of resistance here. And I don't remember there being so much resistance, but I feel quite a bit of resistance as I push this crank around. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that this tube has probably got a whole bunch of grease and grime. And I mean, it's coming apart here. And it's just having, I think it's just full of gunk. And a trombone brush. Trombone brush is that's a good idea. I was thinking about like a pipe cleaner, but trombone brush. It's a good idea. Here. There we go. Yeah. So, oh, and the parking brake, I'm getting new cables and everything for that too. So, Tom, I was thinking maybe just clean the tubes. But it's not something too difficult for them to send me, I think. I mean, I'm getting all this other stuff. It's just a few tubes and some bracketing, and I think it'll do me some good when the thing is finished. So, one thing I did do is I bought myself a pair of brake cable snips. I'm gonna leave them here. There's no way I can carry these heavy things with me on the road. I bought some Loctite, which is something I haven't had ever. So I'll carry this with me. That's very light. It's just a bunch of like little stuff. See, that wasn't so long. That was nothing. How long will you be waiting on parts? Okay, well that's an issue, right? Because I contacted HP. They're checking on everything, and then they're gonna get back with me. But they haven't told me, given me any definite answers. So sorry if you answered, but I was away from the computer. When do you actually plan to start on the road again? Dion, I'm waiting for parts from Germany. I told HP what I needed. They're gonna clear it with the crew, you know, the bosses. Paul is the owner of HP. And so Paul will either do this or this. Well, he won't do this. He'll say this or this and some money. You know, obviously we work together. I've been riding their trike for a number of years and promoting them in my videos, but they pay for some things when they send them out to me. But sometimes I gotta chip in a little bit, and so we're gonna figure out what balance it is on this case. As soon as they say okay, then they're gonna send it out to me. I think it'll be about 5 days, international shipping through some courier. It's not a lot of space. These things are a little bit heavy, but I'm sure that I'm gonna have to have it go through customs as long as it doesn't have that much of a hold. I don't know, hopefully 5 days. Hopefully I'll be on the road in a week. Hopefully, but who knows? You gotta be prepared, right? Well, whatever. They've been pretty good to me, and I think Paul will take care of me. And I'm asking for a few different things. I don't even know how much these things cost, but they're kind of a major. This suspension system is a pretty major component. Let me read through this. Hey Annie, how's it going? Everybody say hello to Annie. Say good morning to Annie. Trailer, Robert Taylor. I'm done with the trailer for a little while. Okay, let's see here. I'm reading backwards. I am switching to a suspended trike as soon as how they treat you will decide between HP or ice. All right, Jason. You'll like the suspended trike, whatever brand you go with. HP makes a pretty damn good one. And as far as stuff goes, I've ridden this trike very hard. I've ridden it through mud that was this thick. I have not probably had the ability to maintain it as much as maybe you guys might have if you're in some suburban place in the world. So it's a little bit more difficult for me to do the maintenance. So I can understand that the trike's not in the best polished shape, you know. Yeah, plenty of time to polish it up. It is a little dirty. I need to clean it up. Happy 5, oh, is today 11/11? Is today 11/11, November 11th? Is it 11? 5 years ago today, I was laying in the street, got hit by a car. That's pretty crazy. Is Stinker Dinker watching? No, Stinker Dinker's at school. Stinker Dinker is at school. 5 years, wow. Hey, thanks, Dion. $20 tipping in for some parts. That'll help. Thank you very much, Dion. I appreciate it. All right, I want to go back because I know that you guys were talking while I was walking around the trike. 1 week is not so bad. Yeah, it's been a long time already, so I'm kind of itching to get going. All right. Tube cleaner, FYI. Tube cleaner, FYI. Sylvie used some cloth strips threaded onto the chain. Worked fine for me. That's a good idea too. I was thinking about that. Ripping up a rag. Larry suggested that, ripping up a rag and then putting it through a couple of the links and then just pulling it through and back and forth. But the tube is tore up, like it's actually cracked and whatnot in places. We'll get a new tube. Actually, you know what's funny is I've been thinking about the fact that this is a learning experience, and I've been learning on this trike for a long time. And like when I get the new suspension, I'll take care of it more. When I get the new tubes, I'll clean them more. And so the first trike was a big learning experience. When I say first trike, I mean first gen, you know. And so as I'm having mistakes and problems and stuff, I'm learning how to maintain it better. You know, T-Cycle sells those tubes also. I know. But HP will have the exact ones for my Scorpion. So, and there's a bunch of bracketing and stuff. They can give you a tracking. When will we see the trailer again, Robert? I think Australia, maybe. Good to see you. What's the best way to contribute to you? Like, which way do you get the most funds? EE asked. I mean, all of them take a portion, but I think that Patreon is probably the best way to, if you really wanted to help me out, is the best way to help me out. It's at Patreon/Jayoe. Yeah, that seems like the best way. I could create something better. Craig, I could create something better for what? I'm sorry. I'm reading in reverse. How long will we be waiting on parts? Doing fine. When do you think you'll get all the parts? Trombone brush. Travel by Trikes did a video on this topic. Okay, I'll have to look at her video. I don't remember that one. I remember how are you doing? Parking brake. I'm too curious. The chain is running through tubes. Why? Craig, it's because if it's exposed to the elements, it covers such a long distance, it can get really nasty. Plus, my legs brush up against it, and it could get a lot of my gear dirty. So it's just a protection tube. Tubes are a necessary evil, right? Are you headed to North Thailand too, Pete asks. Yes, but I'll be headed to North Thailand after Australia and New Zealand. When I return to the mainlands to head from Thailand up towards Europe. Matt Hoover, nice place. Thank you. Yeah, it is a nice place. And Mr. Big saying signing off. That's good. Maybe go for stainless steel components that don't rust. Yeah, I do stainless steel as much as I can, but some of these components I don't have. Jayoe Trike is getting an overhaul. Looking forward to many new sites. While you're basically rebuilding the Tiger Duck with everything. Matt, this is good info on maintenance. Thanks, Michael. Hey, you can just send me a new trike while you're at it. I don't know. I kind of like the fact that it's still the Tiger Duck trapped in there. Lube up that activator on the roll-off. Activator? Is that what that is over there, the activator mark? Yeah. Riding in the rain proves how well the bike is made. Yeah, I've ridden in typhoons, literal typhoons. Damn, frame up restoration. Well done. That rabbit hole are deep. Yeah, Haas. Did you get your roll-off cables sorted out? Yes, we got them snipped. Hey, Matt from Argentina. You having a lot of fun, buddy? Yes, Sergio, how you doing, buddy? Thank you. And all the way back to the skier talk. Okay, we're gonna go all the way back to the beginning. Let's see if anybody's talking to Hello Annie, 5 years now. Saw the video in the mud. 11/11 is here. So it's a great time to buy if you're buying stuff. 11/11 is Singles Day in China. It's probably the biggest holiday for buying stuff. I wonder how many things Annie has in her Taobao shopping cart. Annie, how many things do you have in your Taobao? I should have bought my GoPros today. not a few weeks ago. I would have probably gotten a good deal. Dog bite, Eugene. Yeah, I got kind of a scratch by a dog the other day. Carb cleaner works well. Wouldn't carb cleaner be? I'm always afraid about putting cleaners like that on the chains and whatnot. Yeah, sure you will. Okay, Matt, got to drive my wife home. I'll have to catch up later. Okay, affiliated member, thank you. What's your name, affiliated member? You're already gone, I'm sure, but I don't like referring to you. Hello, it sounds informal. Hello, affiliated member. Don't forget 11/11 is also Veterans Day. Oh, really? Is it Veterans Day? I'm sorry if I don't realize. Any update on the Pacific Cycles trike? Well, first of all, it's not Pacific Cycles, it's Performer. And no update, string form from LA. I don't know what's going on with them. I don't ask too much. I'm not begging for them to give me a trike. It was basically something he had mentioned, and he hasn't mentioned it at all anymore, which is fine. I think he's busy with other things. I have some maintenance vids I'm finishing up right now if anyone is interested. Okay, Jason, you can link to, well, you can't put links in here, but yeah, send to me. Go to a motorcycle shop and get a tin of grease, which is made to deep grease the chain. You think that much chain? Oh, I don't know. I like keeping dry lube on my chain. If I get wet lube, I go through some of these sandy places, especially Southeast Asia. I'll end up, everything's going to cling to that chain. What skyline is on the cup? Atlanta. Got you on the Patreon, brother. Thank you so much. E. See, that's the problem. I think people should just put their names. Thanks so much, E. I hope catching up with you in Australia. Come to meet you on a motorbike. That sounds cool, Dion. I'm almost convinced to trade in my expedition. Wow, cool. Okay, heat it up. Deep grease chain. How are you, sir? I'm good, Marcos. Jason Statham look-alike. You think so? Hi, Matt. Is this still live? Yes, this is still live. Fun drone shots. You're another one. I wish I could remember you. I think you told me your name a while back, but referring to you as, hey, fun drone shots is kind of funny. Matt and Hobbs, still live, shopping with AliExpress right now. Jayoe. Who is that? Is that Lily? Is that you, Lily? Yeah. Have you played with the GoPro 8? A little bit. It's fun. The color profile is not perfect, but it's good. Any update on Pacific? I already talked about that while I'm back. Happy Veterans Day to all. Happy Veterans Day to all. Thank you very much to everybody for serving. Thank everybody out there that has served served America, and any veterans out there everywhere in the world. It would be nice if we never had to fight wars, that's for sure. Never needed veterans in the first place. Never needed soldiers to become veterans, but we're not there yet. Not a problem, just trying to help people out. That's good. Matt and I are not made both Matt and I not made to autocorrect. Yeah, Pat, we're both rough on that. New scientific study shows that paraffin oil is the most efficient chain lube. Really? That's wax oil, right? Patreon podcasts are great, by the way. I'm glad you like them, Haas. Mavic Mini, we talked about that earlier, Jason. I think I'm going to stick with the Mavic Air. Michael. Okay, fun drone shots. I'm going to call you Michael until I forget, which is going to probably be as soon as I scroll down this thing. Michael. Mike. Fun drone shots, Mike. What do you wish your drones would have? A microphone, Mike. Fun drones, Mike. What do drones not have? A mic. Okay, programmed, I think. Greetings from one of your hometowns, Green Valley, Nevada. Yeah, Lonnie, I lived in Green Valley for a little while. Lily, yeah. Is that Korean? You have Korean, are you Korean? I thought maybe you were Chinese. Sorry. The Korean characters is very cool. I like Korean language. It's very square, the writing of Korean. People just call me Doc. Okay, glad you remembered. Hey Matt, clean my chain, let it simmer in paraffin wax. It keeps everything out for at least 3 months. That's interesting, maybe I'll try that. How's Matt number 2? Charles Chan asks. He's doing very good. I just talked to him a little while ago. I sent him a couple of Jayoe shirts that I had found in the house that were too small for me. It fit him perfectly. I'm a fat guy now. Matthew, Michael Saliers. Affiliated member, your name is Matt? Well, shit, that's easy to remember. All right, fun drone shots is Mike, and affiliated member is Matt. Based in Denmark, though. That's right. Okay. Okay, we are back. 240 pounds, that's me too. I'm like 230 right now. So how many miles on the trike, James Manson asks? I've got to add them all up, but last time I checked, it was around 25,000, and that was a few thousand kilometers ago. Can anybody calculate that? What's 27,000 kilometers to miles? 9 billion. A lot. Korean was a leap forward in written language. Lily is saying that I'm 130 pounds. You're an hors d'oeuvre to me. Yep, Matt is cool. Am I? Thank you, Sean. You're pretty cool too. Your weight, not mine. Oh, my weight. Yeah. Okay, so what else do we have here? I laid out a bunch of stuff. I think that's about it. I'm pretty much all caught up with what I wanted to talk about. Anybody use this? This is a Garmin 1030 Edge. I'm going to work that into the setup. Kind of excited about using it. Has anybody used one? Pros, cons, good, bad. I think it's going to be a good addition to everything. No comments? A good comment. Oh, the other thing, I went to that bike shop recently, 16,700 miles. I know, I'm white. I lost my farmer's tan. My arm is the same color all the way up. You can even see my veins. I need dark skin. Anyways, I carry these around with me. I actually have 3, because when I reverse up, if I'm stopped and I pull myself up a curb, like I want to go to eat or something, I want to pull the trike off the road, this crimps on the curb between my wheel and it rips this clean off. And so I kept them because I really like these, because when I'm riding and all the mud and muck comes up and normally will go right into my side bags. So I went to the bike shop and we got these all rigged up with a couple of bolts. I might bolt the other one too because it's got rivets. And these are much better than the rivets, a bolt, as long as it's Loctited on. So it's good stuff. It's good stuff. So, we'll do some technical stuff. So basically we are back in stasis mode. I'm waiting for parts as soon as not much in your, I think, Annie. I don't know what else you'd buy. You have everything that you need at this point. Stuff-wise, so, but some clothes for Eva maybe. I forgot it was 11/11. Yeah, me too. How much weight do you got to take off this time? Every time you go on a sabbatical, you get a spare tire. I gotta lose about this much. And then I gotta lose about this much. And I won't take too long, but it'll take about a month of riding. Typically, I ride about a month, and then I can start seeing some positives coming out of the sheer output that I'm doing. So the pink fender is right here. That's the pink fender. It's painted black. And I'll tell you what, the metal fender is much, much better than the plastic one that I had on the rear. Having the plastic ones on the front is okay, but the metal ones on the back are really, really, really important. I look good on camera because I shoot from the top down. The technique for looking slim is shooting from the top down. Top of the head looks wide, neck and chin look skinny. You want to go the opposite of that, shoot here. Now suddenly I'm thicker here. So, because first of all, it's the perception is that your neck is wide and your chin is wide and the top of your head is skinnier. And then if you get closer like this, it just gets even worse. You see that? Look at that. That's like a different guy than that guy. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, it's a big mistake people make when they record. I've seen some, especially some of you cyclists out there that do videos online. You put the camera right here and you shoot up at your face. And if you're at all like me and you're self-conscious about your weight, it's the worst way. Worst way to shoot yourself from the chin up. Sergio, hey Matt, from Argentina, your videos are very interesting. They're on different places around the world. Thank you. And actually, Annie has some friends in Argentina. I have a lot of friends there. I'm very excited about eventually getting to Argentina as long as my body can keep up. My wife will want all of her pictures taken from space now. Yeah, Jason. I think you sort of lose the benefit of the effect when you go out of, when you're the size of a pinprick. Snowing where you are, Sean. I'm sorry, buddy. How's my knee, Eugen asks. It's creaking. My knee is not, my knee is rough, but it's not toast. And there's a bug on the floor. What bug is that? You want to see the bug? Let's go look at the bug. It's not a termite, is it? What is that? It's like a cricket? Where'd it go? Oh, he jumped or something. Oi! Wayo! 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 What is that thing? It's a cricket or something. It jumps. I'll put him outside. Get him out of the house. We'll do it later. Termites are white, that's right. That's right, like I knew. I just had a knee replacement, Matt. Better to get it done. I don't want to replace my knee, man. I don't know how much that would cost, first of all, and I don't want to. I'm going to wait for stem cells. We'll see if maybe my knee can be rehabilitated. But it's not super painful. And I take those pills right there. That's fish oil. That's glucosamine. That's vitamin C, which is just whatever. So I take those every day, and really helps. And as soon as I get riding, then the muscles around my knee start to fortify. It's great too. Move my boom in 1/4 of an inch. I think I'm pretty well dialed in, Jason. I think I'm good. Yes, fish oil and chondroitin every day, Kelly. How's the porn doing? How is porn doing? Oh, every day. Every day for about 5 hours. Most every day. It starts around 10 o'clock. The porn arrives, and then I get to work, and then just porn until about 2 p.m. And then we've all had enough porn, and then yeah, it's enough porn. It's kind of a joke. The housekeeper her name is Porn. In China, in Thailand, Porn is like a name. So, no. Porn is the name of the housekeeper. So every day Porn comes. When I leave this house, I will have to leave Porn behind, never to see Porn again. There will be no more porn in my life. What am I gonna do? I've been trying to think of funny things to say about that. But like, Porn cleans the house. That's not really funny. Porn, I don't know. There's probably a shit ton of stuff I could say with regards to that funny name. But anyways, yeah, Porn. She's a very nice lady. She just comes every day and cleans up the house. And obviously I'm not here all the time. So when I'm not here, she comes and makes sure to feed the dogs and everything. And yeah, Porn feeds the dogs. See, that's not funny. But like leaving Porn behind and Porn, Porn, I don't know, this is funny. I've devoted far too much energy to trying to think about funny things I can say about her name. What do you eat before you go on your ride in the morning? In the mornings, I don't eat much. Normally I'll have a cup of coffee. Sometimes I'll have, if I have nuts, I'll have a handful of almonds. And maybe I'll buy a dumpling or something on the road, you know. So, but I'm not a big breakfast person. I'll get a juice maybe, and I'll have my vitamins. Prana up and down, it's Porn up and down the street. My wife is like, what are you watching? Yeah, just Porn all day long. Anyways, what gutter mind? No, you don't have a gutter. I pretty much, you pretty much everybody would have that same thought. No gutter mind. Sound? No sound. Sound, no sound. Everybody say no sound, or everybody says no sound. Fixed? Sound's back. Oh, okay. Never had that. That's weird. Never had that before, huh? Okay, guys. I'm starving for some things to cover. I think we got everything for now. So I don't think I was talking about anything substantive. Just goofy stuff. Yeah. Maybe YouTube said no PRN talk. Ooh, maybe it's a conspiracy. I'm sure there's more foul-mouthed people on YouTube than me, and they don't get blocked. Anyways, so yeah, that's my trike. I'm kind of excited when the new parts come in. I'll throw them up, and as soon as the parts come, I think I can get the trike roadworthy within a few hours. I really, when I disassembled those shock mounts and everything, I did it very, very cleanly and I even videotaped it so that if I had any questions about what order I needed to do things. But seeing as though they're actually not going to send me this, they're going to send me a completely assembled shock with probably a band around it or something to keep it together, and then I'm just going to throw them on the trike. They're going to be greased up and ready, so there's going to be nothing needed for me to do. Red pedals, yeah, these are my pedals. These things are great. They're a bit expensive though on Amazon, but they're good. They're good. So, cool guys. Yeah, check out the place. Nice house. Yeah, I can do a pretty cool video with 360-degree video. And then that's the one dog. He's good. Do you want to see the crazy one, the one that got me? Hey Lee, how's it going? Everybody there? New Lee is my friend who has the server, the Jayoe server. No, it's okay. There he is. Spud. Just a goof dog. Yeah, there he gets the ball. Now she's going to drop the ball, and I'm going to try and get the ball, and she's going to bite it again. He's going to bite it again. Oh, maybe not. Come on. You want me to throw the ball? Okay. Now I'm going to get the ball very slowly. Okay. Hey. Yeah, really nice pedals. They're courtesy of Mark at Bike Packing. Thank you very much, buddy, for hooking me up with those things. They're very nice, actually. Dog is so funny. Anyways. So yeah. Those pedals are very nice. What I like about them is that they have a big surface area on them. So when I'm pedaling, I don't get my feet curling up and getting that cramping. So it's good. And my pedal extenders, which I think have been doing me pretty well. But yeah, I do feel a lot of resistance in those in the chain. So maybe replacing all this stuff will be great. It'll be great. It'll be great, folks. Ooh, just got my HP with pinion drive. Looking forward to my first cycle. Nick, tell me how it goes, buddy. I'm excited about that. I've been thinking about that pinion drive. So you don't have a chain, like no. The pinion is the shifting system in the front. Because I know that there's actually a trike that actually has the center tube here has a, what's it called? It's driven by a, shit, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? It's like not a chain. Hey Annie, are you laughing at me? We need to get a set of those for my e-assist. Just gonna ask me, why do you need shots of the dog? Why do you need shots if the dog has shots? Understand if it was a stray. Annie, you can explain. Drive shaft, direct drive shaft. Yeah, I've heard that. Well, if it's like direct blood to blood, apparently Annie says that there's a possibility for infection. And I'll be riding through Southeast Asia, and having my rabies and my tetanus up to date is a good thing anyway, so yeah. Well, Spud has more energy than last time. Nice pedals. You were lost for words, really. I hope the accident doesn't happen again either. Knee protectors. Yeah, I'm taking my knee protector. What's for dinner? I don't know. It's still in the morning. I think I got to think about lunch. Something for lunch. My client. Who's your client in here? Jayoe. Fellow Zach was supposed to be 11 on a knee. You're quiet. I see your mouth moving, but that's it. Still? We got sound, right? We got sound back? What's the temperature over here, Mark? It's warm, 80 something. Matt, could you ever go without meat? Watch movies called Game Changers, and now we can rehab faster by eliminating meat. Man, I don't know. I like meat, but I could probably live without it, but I need some good. It's hard when you're on the road. You just need proteins when you're riding, and quick and dirty, you know. Enjoyed the school video. Eva was cute. Drive shaft. Yeah. Pinion is internal gears. Actually, I was thinking about getting the pinion system on the front of the trike as my next iteration if I ever this trike were to ever take 100% shit on me, which I don't even want to think about, I'd probably think about switching to a pinion or something like that. Anyways, listen guys, rabies won't kill you. You just need some Chinese hot water. That's true, that's true. Do you still have a gear playlist on your channel? I couldn't find it. It's there, but they're unlisted, Nick. If you go to jayoe.com, Jayoe.com, and then /videos, or just go to the video section. There's a gear section there. All my videos, everything I've ever made is stored on that website and categorized. EVA category, there's cycling category, there's drone categories, everything is in there. So, Appalachian Trail, wow. 47 days, that's good. Jayoe. Okay guys, I gotta go. I'm gonna work on some things, clean up. I'm gonna get all this stuff off my no sound. What's going on with that? I'm gonna let you guys go. Well, I'm still, are you hearing me? It's hibernation time here. Okay guys, take it easy. Jayoe, hit my Patreon, help me out if you wanna listen to those podcasts and be part of the journey in that way. Look forward to another video that is about Hellfire Pass. I'll be finishing that today probably and having that out in a couple of days. And there's gonna be a bunch of my old videos coming out for the other channels. So we'll be good to go. We'll have a lot of cool stuff and we'll take it easy. So Jayoe, have a great day and yeah, add fuel to life. Bye-bye. Talk to you in a minute, Annie.